Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle, and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
Jessica Taylor, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. High Priestess Tarot, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that too. Renee, what's going on? Andrew, what's going on? Let's see, what's going. Yeah, Savannah, welcome. How you doing? Serena, what is up? And Olive, how's everybody doing tonight? It's Thursday. It is Thursday. You never know what's going to happen on a Thursday. This place could go wild. It could go wild indeed. All right, we got one reading from yesterday we didn't get to. That is Clarissa's reading. Should it go to a big photo shoot event tomorrow and out of city trip? Is this a good idea or should I skip it tomorrow? Well, it's kind of late. I got to admit, it is kind of late, but we got the donation after we had already ended. I was actually leaving, so I was actually done for the day. So let's find out what is going on with all of that. Let's see. They should have gone on the trip after all. This could be something. This could be something where my tarot tower stops working. There you go. All right. We got the tarot tower here. We need to move that down a little bit, and then I think it's going to be okay. Think so? I think so. Yeah, I think that looks okay. All right. Well, this is the Tarot Tower. And let's go to the Tarot Tower. And today, let's warm up with a light Seers. I like a light Seers for a little warm-up deck. Val Mary, what is going on? Good to see you. Appreciate you hanging out with us. All right, there's a light Seers. I pressed the wrong button. We just started. I pressed the wrong button. My brain has to warm up. That's okay. We got a PayPal donation for Jessica. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. All right. Who's coming towards me in love and a new lover as far as Val Mary goes as well. All right, let's see if we're going to go on a trip tomorrow. Lachey, what is going on? Good to see you. Okay, so it is already tomorrow, but did we go on the trip? Should we have gone on the trip? Was this a big mistake? Will this be something that we regret? Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, let's find out if this is something they regretted. I mean, Clarissa, if you're watching, this is a reading from yesterday. The Devil. Ooh, interesting card indeed. Six of Cups. Is this going to be all right? King of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. This is something that's a no-brainer. I think this is something you kind of already decided upon. You definitely want to go. Definitely something you don't want to skip. This is something that you want to embrace and go forth and check it out and doing all that stuff and getting it done indeed. So you do have to get some warm-up and go in there as well. Two of Pentacles. We need to do a little bit of decision-making on this. But I think you already have made up your mind. Now, the Devil says there's somebody that actually doesn't want you to go, or there's some part of you that doesn't want to go. You're not too excited about that. It seems that there's something just like hesitation, but I don't think that is just a big, right? I don't think that is a big factor. I don't think that's something that's holding you back, something that's going to make the grade or whatnot. King of Cups, I think this is going to be something is big indeed. I think you have a lot of things happening, a lot of things going on that you have to sort of account for with this, a lot of moving parts kind of within the realm of the trip. The King of Cups says, yeah, let's do it. Let's go on it. But hey, this is going to be something, it's going to be something bigger than what I expected. Six of Cups, I think you have a lot of supporters, and I think you'll meet some people. I think everything is going to be all right. I don't see any problem at all. I think you should go on it, but you're probably on it right now because it is indeed tomorrow. It is indeed tomorrow already. So yeah, there you go. It may be something where you're just trying to catch up. You're trying to catch up with it. Anyway, whose donation reading is going on? It's this one, Anonymous. That's why I have a thing at the bottom. Anonymous. That's why I have a thing at the bottom. It shows right there, Anonymous. That's where all the action is. That's where you got to pay attention to. And then you'll understand. All right, let's find out. Jessica Taylor wants a read. All right, let's do JT wants to know. Let's see, General for month. Well, let's see what's going on in October. I mean, October is kind of, can you believe October is actually going to be Friday? It's going to be tomorrow. We got the news program coming out too on October 1st. I think that's going to be exciting. Hopefully you can check that out, watch that. If you're not subscribed, you have to be subscribed. You have to be subscribed. That's one of those. If you're not subscribed, you're just going to miss it. You're going to miss it. You're going to have to stalk the channel and be like, what if that dude ever put that tarot news out there? Because I'm the only one that does it. the only one that does the tarot news. So hopefully you watch that. Anyway, it is a general for the month of JT. Nine of Wands, Knight of Wands. Interesting, along with the Five of Pentacles. It does feel like this is sort of not the month where we make the most money. We make the most money, right? Lachey, what's the cue look like? The cue looks like this. We are here. You got Val Mary coming up next, and then you got Lachey coming up after that. So there's two in the queue. All right. It feels like this is like I need to make some money. There's some money to be made. There's some things that need to get going. There's some things that need to get started as far as money is concerned. But it feels like it just can't be jump started. It just can't be kick started next month. It seems October is kind of challenging to get some of this going. It's kind of challenging, pulling us back a little bit. And sort of understanding that is going to help you out a little bit as far as the money is concerned. And let's see, the Five of Pentacles, it just means we just can't make what we wanted to make. We just can't reach out and grab what we wanted to reach out and grab in October. November is kind of the same, actually. October, November, it feels like things are being pulled back. Things are being held back as far as money is concerned. Now, does that mean everything's being held back? I don't really think so. I think that you do have unique opportunities waiting in October for us to grasp, for us to go forth and to get done. It just means monetarily, it feels like I can't make the goals, the strides that I need to do on that level. Nine of Wands, though, says there's a lot of action. There is a lot of things happening in the background. It feels like the foreground is kind of empty. It's almost like the background is just full. The background is just packed with a lot of different things to take care of, to deal with, to sort of understand at the same time, and a lot of moving parts with that. Nine of Wands. I think that you have encountered some things. I think that you have encountered some things that, or you will be encountering some things that you've encountered before, right? You sort of like run up against some things that you have hit before. It's almost like some of the goals that you didn't reach, or some of the dead ends that you had encountered before are back. It's like they have reached back and arrived again. The Nine of Wands are sort of pulled back somehow, and we're sort of hitting some of the limits that we did before. PM, thank you for your donation over PayPal. Appreciate that. Let me know what your question is. Shreya, welcome to the stream. What's going on? Anyway, it feels like we're being pulled back a little bit as far as that goes. Anyway, so that is a little bit of October action as it is. The October action as it is. Let's see if the moderators pick that up before I do. Let's see. If the moderators pick it up before I do, maybe they could. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see where this discussion goes on the channel. Anyway, Bartman, what's going on? Paula, what's going on? Good to see everybody. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. Okay, let's see. When donations are over. Donations may not be over for quite some time. Sometimes we have 58 donations tonight. Maybe just have 4. I don't know. Crystal Brewster, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Okay, let's see what we got going on next. Let's see. Swamp Serpent. Let me know. Are you a PM? Swamp Serpent, are you PM? Let me know. Let's see. Who we got? Ellie Enchanted. Hello, everyone. Hello to you. Okay. All right. What can I expect in love for October? If I were going to do some love action, if I were going to do something love in October, in the meantime, I would go for the tarot that I made, the Waterfall Tarot indeed. Sorry, welcome to the stream. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Looking for a little college for Sorry. Swamp Serpent, I got your donation. Let me know what your question is. We put you in the queue. We got you covered. Shamik, what is going on? Good to see you as well. All right. I praised us. We're going to expect a love for October. What kind of things are coming in as far as love? Try to figure that out and see how that is going. All right. Swamp Serpent, let me know what your question is. Okay, you are in the queue. Just let me know what your question is, and we will get you a reading out the door. Okay, what else we got going on? Anyway, High Priestess wants a little love in all the wrong places, looking for love in all the wrong places and all the wrong spaces, something like that. I don't know where the song goes. Anyway, what can we get in love? Eight of Pentacles says it is a month to work on love. It is a month to work on love. It feels like that this is a month that if you're going to do some work, if you're going to do some manifestation, if you're going to get some action in, if you're going to put some energy forward, this is going to be a place where I can put it forward and it makes it happen. In other words, not a lot of wasted energy. Not a lot of wasted energy. That's what you have, right? Just the energy we put forth seems to manifest something that is coming back. So is it a reunion? It looks kind of like a reunion. You got a little bit of the Seven of Swords action. The Three of Cups action combined, this does look like something maybe that we have in the past, something that is indeed, something from before, a little bit of action from before. So yeah, this does feel like this could be a reunion. Is it a reunion though? We have a couple of contradictions here. One is Judgment card. Normally when you see a Judgment card pop up in a new relationship or sort of what am I going to do with love and whatnot, it feels like that these sort of are not a feeling of a reunion of something new. Instead, here's what I think. We have something, a reunion. We have maybe a friend with benefits. We have maybe something new, something happening with that. Here's what I think. I think that you end up making friends and it graduates into something that's a little bit more. We end up making friends with somebody. We end up encountering something, have an opportunity. It turns out that maybe this is just a friend's type thing, right? So we make a new friend. We have somebody that's interesting. We're talking to them. And it turns out sort of very, very casual. And over time, it gets a little bit less casual. So that's what I think. I think your manifestations are going to be on point. I think one of the things that you have thought about either in the past, maybe now, is, I wouldn't mind having somebody like as a friend, and then I get to know them, I get to understand them, we get close and whatnot, and then we graduate into something that's going to be a little bit better, right? The Swamp Serpent, I got your message. Thank you very much. I get your reading in the queue. I think you got two ahead of you. All right. But yeah, that's what I think. KD, what's going on? That you manifest something up. You manifest a friend sort of graduates into something bigger, something better. And I think that graduation is a judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation, the Seven of Swords. It feels like something that's old, but it isn't old. It's actually more new. So again, I think we graduate a friend into something that's a little bit better. That's what I think. That's what I think is coming. That's what I think is sort of in the mix. I don't think that it graduates in or whatnot, but it does feel like that this is something that begins in October. The cycle starts. The cycle begins. Maybe we meet, maybe we start discussing, maybe we just have this weird interaction that goes kind of fun and cool and things like that. But definitely something in that realm. Anyway, what's coming for me? Love, a new lover. Val Mary wants a new love too. I mean, there's a lot of new love coming in. There's a lot of new love. Let's do Val Mary. Then we got PM, otherwise known as Swamp Serpent. Swamp Serpent wants to know about general feelings, things what's going on about that, right? Let's do that. Okay. Scooter, what's going on? Let's see, weeks back, Chris is a guy. What was the Haley steering? Okay. Anyway, Val Mary, let's get it done. Let's get it done on how this is going. Okay. Love, a good new lover. Anything happening with that realm? I do think that the Temperance, Queen of Cups, and the Three of Swords says this is something that's not really as far as Angel, thank you for your donation, not really as far as a new lover. It looks like something long distance. It looks like something we understand somebody, we get an interaction with somebody, we like the interaction, it goes further than what we had expected. All of a sudden we turn into something that is a little bit more on the long distance side. I just see more of a long distance relationship. The Five of Swords, it almost feels like this is a mystery. Could it work out? This could be something that does work out. This could be something that doesn't work out. You just don't know. There's this unexpected thing about it. There's this unpredictability about it. The Queen of Cups, for some random reason, I'm just more passionate about this particular person, about this particular interaction than I need it to be, right? All of a sudden, it just feels like this whole thing is all of a sudden. So I think it is a long distance, somebody that we didn't really plan on, a prediction that we really didn't predict. If that makes sense. Something we just didn't predict all of a sudden just sort of comes to pass. Temperance. Now, this is the interesting part about it. I think that this person is one of those people that, you know, their strengths are your weaknesses and their weaknesses are your strengths. It feels like this is something that needs to happen. This is something that was supposed to happen, right? It just feels like there's some magic in the air. And again, it feels like there's a lot of things that just sort of come to pass, or a lot of things just fit in properly. It's just completely unexpected. That's what I see. As we'll see a little bit of long distance relationship with somebody who has a lot of things that you've always kind of been interested in. You're like, you know, I've been kind of interested in that for a long ass time. And now somebody like randomly comes in with this skill. I think it's very cool. Anyway, all right, we got Swamp Serpent once there. Just want to know general feelings about it. All right, Swamp Serpent is going on a trip to Las Vegas. Oh my, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Just want a general feelings about my Vegas trip. If I'm going to make a Vegas trip, if I am going to make a Vegas trip, I'm going to be honest with you. I would go to the Tarot Tower. By the way, Swamp Serpent, this is the Tarot Tower. What would you pick for a Vegas trip? I'd pick the Poe. I think there's something about the Poe that really just sort of screams Vegas. I mean, KD needs to back me up on this. I may be alone here. I may be completely alone over here. I mean, KD, help me out. KD, help me out. Vegas, Las Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I think the Poe stays in Vegas. I think the Poe represents a little bit of that Vegas action. I'm just saying, a little bit of gambling, it feels like, a little bit of money going back and forth, maybe losing the money, maybe paying the money out to some people over there. I think this kind of happens. I think this is something that may exactly happen with this. I don't know. I mean, PM, what do you think? What do you think about the Las Vegas trip here? I mean, this is something that you've been waiting for a little bit for, right? Emperor, okay, you're going to have a little more control than you had. You're going to lose, you are going to lose a little bit. Lachey, you didn't get skipped. You are next. I mean, you don't know how to get Vegas from the Poe. KD, this is why I read the tarot. KD, this is why I throw the tarot down on the stream. I'm just saying, this is it. This is absolutely it. Okay, anyway. All right. You win some, you lose some. That's kind of as far as the money goes. Money is a main thing in Las Vegas as far as that is. Emperor, I think this is a place where you get a lot done. It feels like you got a lot done very quickly. Like all of a sudden, right? You're there for a few days. It feels like you've been there for a week. I think that's the theme of Vegas. I've been there a few days. It feels like I've been there for like a week and a half, or I feel like I've been here for a month. There's all sorts of things sort of backed up that I need to do, and things I've done them all, right? Sarah, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. Ace of Pentacles, what I put forward, what I risk actually turns out pretty right? It turns out pretty well. So the shows that I want to see are going to be nice. The shows that I want to see are going to be pretty cool. They're going to be fun. It feels like I can't do things fast enough. Things are in slow motion almost. And again, it's like time is compressed there. I'm there 3 days. There 4 days. It feels like I've been there a month, right? It just feels like time is a little bit more compressed than it should be. Ace of Pentacles. Now, if you're going to play the games, Emperor says that you are the master of making money as far as what you play, right? I think if you choose the wrong game, I think you're going to lose a lot of money really quickly. I think if you choose the right game, that's going to be great. I think the main thing is to have the entertainment value, right? Setting your limits on what you're going to spend in Vegas, knowing what to see, knowing where to go. I think that you're going to find a lot of really good deals when you get there on some of the shows that you were like, nah, I really want to know if I want to go here or there. I think you find some amazing deals as that goes with that. I also think that you should definitely do, obviously, entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. Never bet and gamble in Vegas based on a fat man reading cards on the internet. But yeah, you're going to lose some money. You're going to lose some money. Let's talk about this. 8 of Cups. We're going to leave poorer. We're going to leave poorer than when we came in. 5 of Pentacles. We are going to lose some money. I think you should be regulating this. Shreya, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. I think you should be regulating this. What I mean, we're going to go and we're going to do some video poker. Okay, video poker. I think you should dedicate X amount of dollars to that and limit yourself because you could lose a lot. I think you should also be sure to play the blackjack. I think you'd be excellent at blackjack as you go in, as you do that. Craps, I think craps is kind of your thing, but I definitely would back off the minute you start losing anything like substance or whatnot. But yeah, blackjack is going to be your main thing. Craps is going to be good for you. I would avoid at all costs. I would avoid at all costs any game that you're completely unfamiliar with that you've never done before, because I think there's a high risk of losing money. Again, Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. We want to keep as much money as we can when we go there, and I think we do have some games that'll win. I think the game's going to be blackjack. I think roulette. Okay. All right, we're going to go out on a limb. We're going to go out on a limb and say red is your color when it's not, stop, right? Red is your color when it's not, stop. Absolutely. Anyway, but the Emperor, if you understand it, if you know it, you have a command of it, do it. If you don't, stay away from it, because I think you have a potential to lose big. If you just wander into some random game, you're just like, well, I really haven't tried that before. Let me put $100 on that. I think $100 is going to go by pretty quickly. And the coupons for the shows are going to be flowing. You're going to see coupon after coupon after coupon to go to some shows that I think you're going to be interested in after you see it, but you don't know that they even exist. Even if you go to Vegas.com, there's some shows you're going to get coupons for that are just going to be substantially cheaper, and you're going to be like, I need to get on that train. I think that is the train indeed. Hint, the coupons are on the train. Did you hear me? The coupons are on the train. Current rating on my relationship. Lachey has some love. Lachey is in love. Looking for love in all the right places. All right. If we're going to do that, pardon me, that was a sudden sneeze. If we're going to do that, I would say the Katie, back me up here. How long has it been since we've had the pre-Raphaelite Tarot? How long has it been since you have seen the pre-Raphaelite Tarot on this stream? It has been a hot minute. And I think Lachey needs this particular tarot for this particular read, because Lachey's got a relationship. Lachey's got a love. Lachey's got some stuff going on. We need some information about this love, about this adventure, about this, about getting horizontal with this particular person. Is it going to be a good idea? Is it going to be a terrible idea? It looks like this is going to be a fantastic idea, quite frankly. Not only do you have the moon, not only do we have the moon happening over here, but we have a connection. We have a love connection with this. Now, Lachey, this is something that's emotionally powerful. It is something that pulls you in, that gets you interested. It's like, oh, Jesus, this is amazing. This is amazing indeed, and I love it. Love it. Crystals and paint. You did change your avatar. Is that your latest painting? Let me know. Yeah. And the Empress is so wonderful here. The creationism, it's almost like we get pregnant. I'm not saying you get pregnant. I mean, you may. You might. I mean, there's a pregnancy somewhere around here eventually. We got something interesting going on with that. Now, this is something where you're kind of wondering where we're going next, because I think there's an unpredictability about this that you don't like. I think there's a little bit of unpredictability. We're looking out amongst this, right? By the way, I'm going to paint this one painting one day. This is a, oh God, who the hell did this? Anyway, this is a good painting that I want to paint. Anyway, that's going to be on one of my painting lists eventually in the future. But anyway, we got a creation card here. We got a creation card here. You got two birth cards just right in the middle, just right in the mix. Something's going on. Lachey. I would say, make sure that birth control is up to date, is what I'm saying, based upon this right now. I mean, make sure birth control is up to date. I don't think the problems are going to be that bad. I really don't. I think it's going to be something that's kind of fun and cool overall, but you're going to be able to get through it. I don't really see any big thing. Anyway, Scooter, you're not on the list. Scooter, we're doing donations. We're doing donations. We're doing donations as it goes. Can't get pregnant both the same gender. Well, somebody else is getting pregnant. There's a pregnancy around here. There is a pregnancy around you. I'm just saying now. There's somebody around you that is going to be pregnant. All right. Let's see what else is going on here. We got Crystal. Crystal wants to know, will the ex reach out to me? Will they do that? Jeester's here. Jeester, what's going on? Jeester, look at this. Jeester, hey, do you see me? Jeester, I do see you. You were accurate. Jeester, come on. Jeester, admit it. Admit it. That was a good private reading. If you want a private reading, I'm just saying, Jeester, I went out on a limb with Jeester's private reading. I told Jeester, I said, hey, this person left the job. That was just way, way out there, way, way out there. And what happens? What happens? They left the job. They left the job. I mean, that's a thumbs up right now. I mean, you see, it was confirmed from the people over there that they left the job. I kind of like that. If you want a private reading, I'm just saying, it's $30. You get 20 minutes with me. I'll go out on a limb for you too. I'll go out on a limb for you too. I'm just saying, $30 for 20 minutes. Email me at that email, link in the description. Anyway, let's go forth and try it. Let's go forth and try it with this. Okay, we're not doing Jeester, we're doing somebody else. Let me click on the one that we're actually doing. That would be great. That would be fantastic. All right, Crystal, will the ex reach out to me? Will the ex be like, hey, I need you to come over. I need to reach out. I need us to be together again. That's quite possible. And if we're going to do that, I would say tarot at the end of the rainbow. Tarot at the end of the rainbow makes, tarot at the end of the rainbow makes the grade. We got one jumper. Oh my. Okay, we can do that. A little Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. I mean, this is something they're tempted. This is something they are tempted to reach out, definitely with that. Surface Silence, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But will they do that? Chariot says, yeah. We got a little Tree of Life action there. And we have the giving of the Six of Pentacles. I mean, you're looking at a thumbs up for that. You're looking at a thumbs up for this. This is a pretty clean interaction. It's a clean thumbs up. I like it. I think that this is going to have a lot of potential going in, all right? You got the Chariot. The Chariot does mean we're going in. We are reaching out to you. We're making a motion. We're making a movement. We're looking at something that does have some possibilities here. So there is some action, is some fire underneath them to get that done. The World with this giving card. Now, the giving card is pretty powerful here, too. I love it, right? We talk about this on the behind the readings on the thing, right? We talk about this behind the readings. This is something that's pretty accurate as far as giving out or giving, right? When you're giving something, you are reaching out. You want to get that interaction. You want to get the connection. You want to get that done. And that giving mode is there, especially with the Chariot, especially with the infinite possibilities of this and things like that. It's almost like there's something health-wise that they're not telling you. There's something health-wise, right? A little bit of health-wise type of thing that they're not telling you. It feels like this is an interesting interaction that you need to have, or an interesting question that you need to bring up. But yeah, they will reach out to you. They liked the situation as it is. The Chariot, the movement towards that, want the best outcome, and they're willing to give, and they're willing to reach out and do that. The Six of Pentacles, I'm just saying, the Ace of Swords, there's a lot of fantastic cards. If you combine them out, they just sort of really, really mean. They really, really mean some good stuff. I like it. Sarah has a new name. I think this is a second donation with Sarah's new name. Sarah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Is ICHS a good college for me? We can still use this. Sarah, what do you think? We can still use this. Anyway, Jeester, I'm very glad that everything came true for you. Well, I'm kind of not, because that was kind of a bad news read. I mean, that was kind of a little bit of a bad news of a read there, but that they did leave and they kind of screwed you over and whatnot. But I mean, that's the way it goes. Anyway, is this going to be a good college for me? Magician says yes. The trip over is sort of a little bit of a disappointing one. It does feel, what is good? Okay, what is good? We got to kind of discuss this for a minute. I hate to do that because obviously a magician card with a college, a higher education, I'm learning something. We get like a magician, right? You get like a high priestess or something. That like knocks it out of the park. It really feels like that we knock it out of the park in this particular situation. So it's hard to compete with this, right? This wins the ball game. If you have a ball game, you have some competition, this wins every single time. Bottom line, I'm just saying it now. Now, we got a couple of weird cards in between it. Is it good? In other words, can you learn? Can you get some of the things done that we need to get done? Can you get the grades? Can you get the education? Can you get for the focus that you need within this college? Yes, the Magician is perfectly fine. Is it emotionally as fulfilling as you would like? Other cards say no. Other cards say it is going to be challenging to do that. Neve, what's going on? Good to see you. Philippe, if I didn't say hello to you, Philippe, it's been busy. Philippe, I just woke up from a nap too, so I'm not really 100% Virgo right now, but that just happened. So this is something that is just not emotionally fulfilling for you. Could it mean that I'm not meeting the people that we wanted to meet? Could it mean that some of the classes just aren't as exciting as I wanted them to get? But is this something that does make the grade? Is this something that does get me to where I need to be in college-wise? Yes. Is this something that just warms me over with floods of beautiful emotions? No. In fact, it looks like you're thinking about leaving at some point. But if you just want to get to the end goal, it'll get you there. I don't think that's going to be a problem. All right. You're tired of N and A. YouTube user has just straight burned out of N, straight burned out of A, and all of this stuff. YouTube user's like, where do I go from here? What do I have? Now, YouTube user, in your reads, we did predict you do have somebody new coming in. You do have somebody new coming in. And I would like to just grab the thought and get the thought on this, because I think this is kind of important at this point for you. You need something on point and on target right now, right? You just need something just straight up, on point, on target. What is going on with this new interaction, this new person? Because we've seen it before. I think yesterday, the day before that, we've seen that you're going to meet somebody new. Let's hammer this out and get some more details with this. Now, this is somebody who is really popular. This is somebody who is, somebody who it definitely has a command over what they do or how they do it and where they do it and whatnot. It's not somebody just wandering aimlessly around doing whatever they feel like doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. This is somebody who has some authority. You see that with the emperor. You see this authority. You see this big meaty section, this big meaty type of person that just, this has a command, has a presence to them. Now, this is really sort of interesting. It's almost like a police person or somebody like in charge. Somebody's really like in charge, right? You definitely have that. I'm going out on a limb. Not only are they in charge, they have someone of authority, maybe like a cop or a judge, or it feels like somebody of notoriety. So we have somebody being lifted up. We have somebody being cheered for, somebody being, heralded as a good person. You do have the authority that comes with this particular card. Just saying, the authority that comes with this, you do need that. And you sort of have the strength or the foundation that this person sort of carries around. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. That is who is next. Somebody of authority. I don't say it's a supreme authority. I just think it's somebody of authority. It could be a cop. It could be, somebody in a reputable thing, like maybe a doctor, a lawyer, or something. Anyway, just has a reputation that about them, right? A reputation about them. Could be somebody that was ex-military, somebody in the military currently. Anyway, you have somebody like that coming next. Angel, what's going on? Turn another application yesterday for Creek Village. Will I get approved and move in? Will they be impressed with my application? I hope so. And then after this, we got Crystal, and then let's see. With the ex reaching out, did we already do that? Will the ex reach out to me? I think we already did that. Did we do that? Did we do Crystal Brewster? Did the ex reach out to me? I think so. I believe so. I think I'm just lost in the mix here. Anyway, after that, we got Shreya, we got Surface Silence, we got Carolina. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. Angel, turn another application for this place. Can we finally get in? Can we finally sneak into this place? Is that going to be something that we could do? I think we're going with this one here. This is the Gregory Scott. This is one of the tarots that you need to have in. You need to get going. You need to have it in. I think that is going to be something we need to have tonight. You know what I'm saying? If I sound tired, I woke up from a nap. I hate taking a nap before stream because I'm kind of chill. I'm kind of a little chill, right? Because people are going to come in here and they're going to be like, man, this guy's kind of chill. And that's totally wrong. I'm just saying, it's totally wrong. Sarah, I did not miss you. You're next. Sarah, you're next. Sarah, Shreya, Surface, Carolina. We're good. We got 4 in there. We got 4 in there. Sarah, I never miss you. Sarah, I never miss you. I would never miss you in my lifetime. I would never miss the Sarah in my lifetime. I'm just saying. Anyway, all right. Angel is coming up here. Angel, we're trying to get in this place. We're desperately trying to get in there. Life is too short. What is going on? Good to see. It turned into another application. Can we get it done? Is that a thing? 10 of Swords, no. Hermit, no. 8 of Swords, no. Tower, no. No, that is a big old no. Something's going on over there. Something's going on over there. Angel, what is going on with Creek Village? I thought you were a shoe-in. I thought you were I thought you had one foot in the door over there. And it seems it's coming back to haunt you. It seems that we're just coming back to get haunted on this particular issue. It seems that not everything is going correctly. Things are not going as well as we had hoped. Man, YouTube user, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, the Tower. It feels like someplace you don't want to be. I'm just saying, Creek Village, whatever Creek Village is, it sounds great. Maybe this is something you don't want to be in. Maybe this is a place you don't want to be. 10 of Swords, I just can't get in. I can't get in. I have a stopping point. I've tried and I've tried. I've desperately reached out. I've tried to be there. It's just not happening. The Tower, it feels like the applications crumble down before me. What the hell is going on over there? The Hermit, I feel alone here. I feel like there's nobody backing me up here. I apply and it just gets rejected or gets ignored. Nothing's happening with it. The 10 of Swords, it feels like it's just ending. It's just terminating. And the 8 of Swords, it feels like, why is it so damn hard to get in here in the first place? I mean, this is a place I should be able to get in. I should be able to open the door, wander in. Is that going to be a thing? Open the door, wander in, and make it happen. I don't think that nothing should be this hard. Nothing should be this hard. But it is, for some reason it is. Angel, it seems to be just difficult to get your foot in the door over there. Because I thought you were already there. I thought you had this made before. But it just seems like something is up. Something's going on where I'm just not be able to do that. Life is too short. Life is too short. What's up with me and the D? I mean, you know.
Everybody loves the D.
Life is too short. Everybody does love the D. Anyway, Sarah, well, I see my brother's family this month. This month is one day. There's, today, this month is over in one day. Unless you're someplace else. You could be someplace else. Over in my area, we got 1 day left, Sarah. Uno Mas Day. Uno Mas Day. I mean, will we see we're saying October. We're saying October is going to be the time. Will we see them in October? Is that a thing? King of Pentacles, Hangman, and 10 of Cups. Yes, that is a thumbs up. That looks great. Now, this is an easy one. This is an easy one. This is one where I don't have to do any work. The 10 of Cups, happy home, happy family. It is a nice reunion. It is a very nice reunion, the 10 of Cups, as we come together with this. Now, the brother's family and you don't see eye to eye on some things. It feels like there's some things that are still disconnected. We don't see the writing on the wall. We feel disconnected with this, the Hanged Man. This is something where we're learning something about the family we didn't know. But there is like this one little disconnect in here. Maybe it's the crazy uncle. Every family has the crazy uncle. It's okay. I mean, if you want to admit you're the crazy uncle, that's fine. But every family has the crazy uncle and that Hanged Man. We're getting enlightenment. We're learning something about the family. We're learning something as it goes. Something interesting is coming around the King of Pentacles too. It feels like this is really the time. This is the month that you need to reunite. It really is. This is the month. If you're going to reunite, I think October is the key. October is the place, the time that you need to do this, because that's really where it makes the grade. It really does. Anyway, Shreya's coming in. Who is coming to me in love by the end of this year? A new person with X. Who is this person? Shreya, let's find out what's going on. Midnight Meditations. What's going on? Good to see you. All right. We're going for somebody new. We're going for a new love. Checking it out. It's like October. It's springtime over here. That's nice. I love the springtime. I love the rain. I love the rain. The rain makes everything better. The rain just makes everything better. And I know some people are not thrilled about rain. You got to drive to work in the rain. Some people are like yucky, whatever. But I'm just saying, I like the rain. I really think the rain brings out a lot of cool stuff in the air. Anyway, Knight of Swords. You're looking for love. You're looking for an air sign. King of Coins. The Four of Coins as well. All right, who's coming towards me in love by the end of this year? I think you have a little casual relationship. I don't think you have anything huge. I don't think you have anything massive. No, I just don't think so. You got you got the Four of Coins. Somebody who's not ready or willing to go all the way. Somebody who's sort of holding back a little bit, looking for a little casual, looking for something a little fun. King of Coins, a person of substance. They have some money. They sort of like what they do. They like how they're at. They're kind of really married to their own life, and they're not really going to be married to anybody else. They're married to their own life, not really going to be married to anybody else. Knight of Swords. This person's unpredictable. They just sort of come in. They walk in. They do what they want to do, and then they leave. It's very hard to tie this person down. You know what I mean? You just can't tie them down. Knight of Swords, unpredictability comes in. Now, this is an air sign. It'd be great with communication. They may have a little bit of duality to them. Maybe we may have that. But the Knight of Swords says they're very unpredictable. Figuring out what they're doing next is going to be highly unlikely because they don't even know what they're doing next. So yeah, this is somebody that just does their own thing, and it's difficult to kind of fit in their life. It is difficult to kind of fit in their life sometimes. It just feels like that, right? Anyway, surface signs. General for fall into the end of the year, the Voyager Tarot. We do actually have the Voyager Tarot. We do. I think this is it. Is this the Voyager Tarot? I think this is the Voyager Tarot. We have not used this in a hot minute. It needs to be trimmed. Quite frankly, this damn thing needs to be trimmed. This is one of the tarots that desperately screams, trim me. Trim me. Take some scissors, put it in there, and trim me, because this actually needs to happen at this point. We desperately need to be trimmed with the Voyager Tarot. I think this is the Voyager Tarot. I remember because I love Star Trek Voyager. I love Star Trek Voyager, and I remember seeing this. I'm thinking, that doesn't look like Star Trek Voyager to me. This doesn't look like Star Trek Voyager at all. What kind of shit is this? Anyway, all right, let's find out. Trim me. I mean, it's one of those things. Have you ever looked at your hair in the mirror and you'd trim me? This needs to be trimmed. Look at that. Look at that magic trick. You see that? Did you see that card flip? Did you see that card flip magic trick right there? Do you see that? You just sort of flip it over, maybe flip it back, maybe flip it back, flippity flip. Anyway, yeah, the Voyager Tarot, not the Star Trek Voyager Tarot. It feels like I have a piece of bacon, just scoop up the piece of bacon. You got to turn the bacon. The bacon's cooked on that side. You got to turn it on the other side. Anyway, I mean, you never liked it. It needs to be trimmed. If this is the Voyager Tarot, it desperately needs to be trimmed. But I mean, there you go. Anyway, okay, let's find out. In general for the fall until the year end with 3 cards. Sure, why not? We can do that. 7 of Crystals, dullness. You do have time, space with a little rebirth, reincarnation. You do have courage with a 7 of Wands. Okay. Surface silence. I think that the fall brings in a lot of weird emotions for you, but overall, good emotions. Overall, it's pretty good emotions. It really feels like this is something that's acceptable. Something that it's almost like the year is really, really rounding out. Does that make sense? The year is really rounding out. It feels like this thing is coming to a conclusion. It's closing up, and I'm happy about it, right? Sheila, welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. Been a minute. But yeah, it feels like it's wrapping up, and I'm happy. And it's good. There's this good, wholesome, quality, high-powered feeling that you just get as we're wrapping up the year, that you just feel like things have gone pretty well. We've had some bumps in the road, but things have gone pretty well this year, and this is really a nice ending to it, right? Something about the friends, something about the family, something about the unique emotions that we're running into that we kind of like. We kind of like sort of how things are feeling at the end of the year. And you have that with the 7 of Crystals. Dullness is not bad. It's this level of comfort food, of comfort zone, of understanding where I'm at in the world, where I'm going to be. And I think next year really has a lot of potential for you to make a lot of impact on people's life, including, I'm just saying, including a lot of people that you didn't expect. So you're sort of ramping up for this next year, and you really kind of feel it, right? You really kind of feel it. Time space feels like your manifestations are stuck. if you're trying to manifest something, you're just going to feel stuck. You're going to feel like you're not making the progress that you've been trying to make. It feels like your guides are really off too. The messages that you're getting are confusing. They're not on point, and they're at a level to where you're just like, I don't really understand where I'm supposed to go or what I'm supposed to do with these particular messages that I'm getting. So it feels like a lot of things are backed up like a bad toilet as you go to the end of the year. 7 of Wands too. So there's a lot of things that you are trying to describe to other people. It's almost like a Mercury retrograde that lasts throughout the entire year, right? It just feels like that. Anyway, but it's just good overall cool feeling towards the end of the year, but it just feels like a lot of things I can't get done, right? It just really, everything's rounding out, everything's wrapping up, and it feels like it's just really obvious that this is not going to be something that I'm entirely pleased with, but I'm happy. I'm happy and I'm content and I'm comfortable, if that makes sense. Anyway, Carolina wants a little general action as it goes. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's get that done. Carolina on my mind. Let's see. General for October. See how that is going to go. You know, if I was going to do a general for October, what am I going to use? What am I going to use? KD, help me. What am I going to use over here? I mean, can we do the art tarot? Can we do the art tarot? You know how long it's been? Do you know how long it has been since we have done the revival art tarot? I mean, it has been a minute. It has been a minute since we have done this. I'm saying, Carolina knows. Carolina's like, when is the last time that you have done the art tarot? It has been revival. We need some revival of the revival art. I mean, that is something. That is something too. If you haven't hit like and sub, we got news. We got the only tarot news tomorrow. We got news coming tomorrow. We got lessons. We got live shows. We got magic tricks. We got lessons on how to make tarot on the Patreon. I mean, if you want to join the Patreon and learn how to make tarot, that is where it is at to be. I teach you how to draw, right? We have formal lessons on how to draw. Got all my books over there, and it just is just a fun place to be overall. Sweet Peony, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. It is a beautiful deck indeed. Let's see what the beautiful deck says to you for October. King of Coins, interesting. It's coming up a lot tonight. Magician 2, 3 of Wands, and the Chariot. October is your money-making month. If you have 1 month in the year to cash out, 1 month in the year to make money, 1 month in the year to implement some ideas that you thought were kind of dead end during the rest of the year, this is the time to implement this. This is your opening. This is your grand opening. It's like 2 big doors in Game of Thrones open, and they slowly creak open, and beyond the walls, beyond the large doors is your opportunities to cash out. The cash out, bottom line. And this is really where it's at for October for you, right? We got the King of Coins and the Magician. Now, if you read my book, which I know you have, the Tarot Guidance book, if you read that, I know you got to read that. It's kind of mandatory to read. Jamie Lee, thank you for your donation, Tarot Guidance. We talk about the King of Coins being the retired banker. We talk about all of the court cards. We talk about tarot court card counting. We got the court cards. We got the Kings. King of Wands doing it correctly and whatnot. King of Pentacles is the retired banker. King of Pentacles has the money. King of Pentacles gets it done. By the way, link in the description if you want to buy my book. Pick up my book. Not sponsored. Okay, well, actually, it's kind of sponsored. Okay, yeah, but this is something where the money could be flowing in for you in October. Now, is that going to be a freebie? I'm just going to sit back and sort of cash in? Not so much. Not so much. The Magician has all the tools that they need to make things happen, right? But the Magician needs to implement it. You have to have the Chariot. You have to move. It feels like we're almost moving to in October. It seems like we have some moving plans for next year that come up, right? You have the 3 of Wands, which points to looking out across the landscape and trying to figure out, hey, what is next? What is the next big thing? The Chariot means the next big thing is moving. The next big thing is going into the next thing. So I think moving is coming up. You have something coming up. Somebody's moving. We have some entertainment type of thing. Entertainment value, by the way. Entertainment purposes only. But we have some moving coming up in October. Some plans, maybe some discussion. Something comes up. It's definitely out there. This is the money-making month. If you're going to make money, if you're going to have ideas. Now, there's a lot of ideas flowing around in your head, but At some point, you do need to sort of try to implement some of those, right? Because I had an idea to make a tarot deck. I was like, I want to make a tarot deck. And then I made the Waterfall Tarot. The Waterfall Tarot, turned out to be a hit. We're still filling orders for that thing. So yeah, the Waterfall Tarot is out. We got the book is out. A lot of things happen with that. But yeah, you do need to sort of figure out what is implementable and what can I do in the time frame that I need. It doesn't mean you have to crank it out in October. It just means that the possibilities, the big Game of Thrones door to the castle opens up. If you want to go in there, you can, but that's a big door. There's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of heft in there. A lot of times people just don't want to do that, but it's up to you. YouTube user, well, I'll meet this dude school at work. What's going to happen? Where I'm going to do that? We use the mini thought. We are going to use the mini thought and get that done. CJ is going to order your book. Thank you, CJ. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. You'll like the book. You will like the book. Okay. Carolina does have 2. That's true. Carolina does have 2 indeed. All right. When and where will I meet this random person? I think this is just a meeting of happenstance, a meeting of accident. It's like we're out and about, we're out doing things, and we just meet this person. Now, this is somebody, again, we have the Lovers, we have the meeting that does happen. We have a little bit of the 4 of Cups. It's almost like an unexpected meet, not exactly a proper meet. It's not a proper meeting, right? It's sort of an unexpected thing happens. Dominion. This is where we take the opportunity, where we get out there, we get it done. So it's a random meet, basically. It's not school, not work. It's just like random, just a random meet. All of a sudden, you just, hello, run into this person or whatever. Maybe they give you a ticket if they're a cop. I don't know. Entertainment purposes only, but yeah, sure. Anyway, but yeah, this is just a random thing, totally unexpected. A little 4 of Cups action. This is not something I've been waiting for. I'm scanning the environment. TO said it's going to be this date and this time. It just feels like it's a random thing that just comes up. Anyway, Josie just got the book and the cards. I'm glad you got them. Josie, thank you again for your order. Thank you everybody in chat that has ordered all of my junk over the years, and they received my junk and they enjoyed my junk. That's good. That's good. I'm always happy when everybody likes my stuff. Okay, got a couple more reads. See what's else going on. Sweet. What is Emma's feelings planning regarding us? What are they planning? What do they got on the agenda? What kind of things? If I had to guess, what kind of things are they excited about with this particular interaction? Let's go to the Tarot Tower. I don't know why, but I don't need This Might Hurt. This is one of those, I'm going to use my intuition. You got good junk. Well, thank you. My junk does hang around. All right. What is Emma's feelings for me regarding us? Let's find out. I don't know why I need the This Might Hurt tarot for this one, but something says there's some interesting information in here that you need to know. And I think it's going to be important at the end of the day for you to know it, Obviously, entertainment purposes only, but yeah, this is still information. What are the feelings? Where are they going? What do they want? How do they want it? What are we concentrated on? Okay. Death, you got the little bit of the Knight of Wands action, 3 of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. This is something that takes shape dynamically. Does that make sense? It takes shape dynamically. So there you go. You got to do an audio book. CJ, funny you should ask. CJ. Link in the description. My Etsy shop does have an audio book. It does have an audio book. Anyway, what are the feelings, plans regarding us? It takes shape dynamically. In other words, it's not a puzzle that comes together, not puzzle pieces, right? So you have this puzzle piece here, and this puzzle piece fits in there. It's almost like that it takes shape as you're creating it. In other words, there's really no plan. It's almost like this is completely unplanned in many regards. What are their feelings? I think we have some very strong feelings. This person has an unpredictability about them, for sure. The 3 of Cups, right? We have a celebration mode one day, but then another day, death means I need something different in order to be happy, right? I need something a little bit dynamic, a little bit different in order to be happy. It feels like they're on that thing, right? What does that mean? That means that you're not going to get anything predictable out of this person. They do have a not wild side, maybe a little wild side. He drives a motorcycle. There you go. A little wild side to this, right? You do have to sort of understand that this person's not really making long-term plans. They're kind of in the moment. Namaste, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Let me know how to pronounce your name too. I know I'm butchering it. I mean, anyway, so you're going to have to roll with the punches, not literally, but you have to roll with it, right? You have to roll with it. You have to go with whatever they invent, because death says they are in a realm of change. They are in a moment of change. This is kind of important here. This is not something that is, this is not a person that is completely predictable and stable across a long period of time. Death says they like changes. They make changes. And you're going to have to kind of roll with those punches, roll with the changes. Because the Three of Cups does say a lot of it has a high end to it, to where you're like, yay, there's a change. I really enjoy this change. I'm fantastic. I love this. There's some also low to it, right? The Nine of Wands. This is an injured warrior. This is somebody who's been around for a while. They understand their limits. They understand their good points. They understand their bad points. And they understand that if they do sort of go on certain things, if they do make a commitment too early, if they do make a big serious thing too quickly, it doesn't really work out, right? It doesn't really work out as well. So again, the puzzle pieces are formed dynamically as they're moving, as they're changing, and this person has a lot of change happening in their life. So if you can roll with it, that's going to be good. What are their plans? I don't think there is any. I think that, again, we're creating it dynamically. What are their feelings? I think they have good feelings towards you. I think they do, but you're going to have to sort of figure it out as you go along. So again, trying to tie this person down is kind of weird. It's a weird person overall. It is a weird person overall. It's an unusual person overall. So anyway, if you're ready for change, I think they will bring in the change. Now, there you go. Are they coming towards me? I think so. I mean, if they're waiting for them to come towards you, I think so. We have a lot of good things in there, right? The motorcycle heading your way. The Knight of Swords heading your way. So I do think that they're coming there. DC, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Jamie Lee, YouTube user, thank you for the donation. I mean, let's see. Major commitment issues. Throwdown is my next RS. What the hell is RS? Is my next RS with MQ or JO? Okay, relationship maybe. Is the next relationship with MQ or JO? Let's figure that out and see how that is going to go. All right, they got a throwdown action going over here. Where's my throwdown sound?
Time for a tarot throwdown.
We have a little bit of a throwdown sound. CJ wandered in here randomly after watching a video an hour ago. CJ, we're here every single night. CJ, every single night, CJ, we are here. Unless I'm doing something else. I mean, anyway. All right. Let's see. Most nights we are here. All right. MQ's over here. J-Lo is over here. When is the next relationship? Where's the next thing happening? We're using the Thoth, of course, because I love the Thoth. If you don't know what the Thoth is, like, where have you been all my life? Oh, man. MQ, you know, I wouldn't sign up for MQ's. I wouldn't sign up for MQ's plan. MQ has some issues. MQ might have some issues there. This is not something that you definitely want to dive into full steam. You want to put your foot in the water with MQ and see how the temperature is, because MQ would be very interesting indeed. MQ is kind of wild indeed. Yes, CJ, go watch the Tarot News. CJ, we got Tarot News tomorrow. But yeah, I wouldn't sign up for MQ. Bottom line, I just wouldn't do it. I don't think MQ is going to be where you're at. J-Lo, though, J-Lo's got it going on if you're willing to ride the pony. You know, no pun intended. If you're willing to ride the pony, okay, J-Lo comes in with a little bit of drama. J-Lo comes in with a little bit of action, a little bit of, ooh, that was kind of fun and interesting. I don't want to do that again. Right? That's kind of fun and interesting, and I definitely don't want to do that anymore. That's what J-Lo feels like. I'm just saying now. Yeah, but the communication's strong. The communication's good. The feelings are good. Feel like the karma is good. Feel like the match is good with J-Lo. I'd go with J-Lo. I'd go with J-Lo. J-Lo works. J-Lo is one of those that just works. It works every time. It makes where you want to be where you want to be. Anyway, DC, will Mel's wedding go ahead as planned, or will it be canceled due to restrictions? Wow. Restrictions. DC knows. DC's been around here enough times. DC knows we got some restrictions card. How do I know what a restrictions card is? I read the tarot guidance book. It talks about restrictions card. I mean, this is a whole section on restrictions card interactions, facing card interactions, tarot and the seasons. Look, how many tarot books has this type of information? How many tarot books has this level of information where it breaks down on an astrology chart where the card is and why the card is there? I mean, come on. Okay. You got all of this stuff. You got numerology in the tarot. You got cheat sheets up here, locating objects. What do they think it'll make? Common questions, job hunting. It's got it all. And in here, we talk about restrictions card. This is a type of card. DC knows. If I'm going to go, we're going to get a restrictions card. I'm going to get this deck over here because this deck has a lot of good stuff in it. The Mons Tarot is that. The Mons Tarot. DC has the book. DC. I knew you had the book. DC, my biggest supporter. DC. All right. Anyway, Surface Silence Revival Art. We did Revival Art already. Surface Silence. We got 200 decks to go through. Surface Silence. We got 200 decks to go through over here. We can't use the same one twice. We got to use the same. If anyone can figure this out, it's T.O. I'm saying. I'll figure this shit out. I'm a Virgo. I'll figure this stuff out. All right? I'll figure this stuff out. Now, be prepared because T.O. has found a new hobby. Okay? Cookie decorating. I'm not shitting you. Cookie decorating. I don't know why, but this looks interesting to me. I want to see what I could do with art and cookies, okay? I think that I could make a tarot deck on a cookie. I could make a tarot deck on a cookie, all right? I'm just saying. I'm approaching the subject. I'm broaching the subject with you now. I think that I could make a cookie decorated tarot deck. Be interesting. It would be interesting indeed if this happens. We'll see. I need to figure out how to do this stuff in the begin with, right? Anyway, I assume a mod is going to handle that garbage down there. That'd be great. Okay. All right. Mel's wedding go ahead as planned on October 9th. That is right around the corner. Now, will it go ahead as planned? Will we have something come up? I'm saying based upon what I see, we're going with it. The wedding is happening. The wedding is making the grade. We're going to have the love balloons all over again. We're going to have the heart of hearts created in the middle of the spread. We are going to have love emojis on the right-hand side right there. And this damn thing is going to be all over the place because we're going to have floating hearts too. Floating hearts come in here. It just feels like this is going to happen. You can't stop it. This is something you have to do. Or you can make a gingerbread deck. I like that idea. I'm just saying. That is not out of the realm of possibilities. Anyway, we're wrapping up soon, but okay. Is this going to happen? The Two of Cups is, you look at this, they got a wedding dress on, DC. You know, they got a wedding dress on. The King of Wands, we have somebody ceremony, creating the ceremony, got the Hierophant. We have a formal ceremony happening. Somebody of power, somebody authority, okay? Somebody of authorities coming in, and they're making this happen. We got the groom or something holding a little creature, right? A little creature on the groom, and we got the bride over here. So the bride is here and here, and the groom is here and here. Okay. And then we got somebody controlling the wedding, the Hierophant, somebody of moral authority or whatever. They're just making it happen. The groom is here. The bride is here. Now, all of you people in chat that think tarot is fake, like, the people that think tarot is something this is not legit, this right here proves it's legit. Okay, we got a wedding, and we got Mel, and we got Mel right here, and then we got Mel's other person right here. They match here, they match here, and here's the person doing the actual wedding. I'm just saying, this is the easiest, most simplistic reading ever. A 4-year-old could have come in here and done the reading for me. I'm just saying, I didn't really have to do this reading at all. I just put down the cards and I can walk out of the room, right? And y'all can read it. It's like, if you're going to a concert and they're like, and the guy's singing, and then he'll stop singing so the audience can sing a verse. That's what happened right there. That's literally what happened right there. Y'all just sang the verse for me. Okay. Anyway. All right. YouTube user. Will this new person of authority, will they be 6 feet tall and looking good? All right. YouTube user. I'm not saying you're superficial. But you just said I'm bad. All right. YouTube user. Let's find out if they got the 6 figures, the 6 feet, and more than 6 inches. We need to know these things. These are going to be important in a long-term relationship. Let's admit it now. Let's just go forth and say now. All right, if I'm going to 6, 6, and a 6, no pun intended, I would go with a manga? I mean, we could do a sex deck, I guess. I would do the manga tarot. I would do a manga tarot at this point. I think that's really going to make the night. It's going to make the night. It's going to round it out. It's going to round out the whole night. And obviously, entertainment purposes only. Never get somebody with 6 figures, 6 feet, and more than 6 inches. Okay. We got children in chat. We got new people in chat, and we don't want to make a bad impression. We got Nemaslay, who's been waiting forever for their reading, and Nemaslay's next. Nemaslay's like, I paid a year ago, and I still don't have my damn reading. What is this fat man on YouTube doing? Because this is a big waste of my time. Nemaslay's never coming back ever again. I can tell you that now. Nemaslay, are you even here, Nemaslay? Are you even still here? Let me know. Nemaslay, am I up soon? I was just talking about you, Nemaslay. You are up next. All right. And I know I'm butchering your name. I'm sure it's this beautiful name that I'm just butchering, and I apologize. Anyway, all right. Well, they have the 6 and all the 6s. You got a 5 of Pentacles, which is under 6. You got a Knight of Cups, and you got the Star. It does feel good, no pun intended. It does feel good with this particular relationship, because you have the Star. It feels like something that needed to happen, right? It needs to happen. This is something that needed to be existing. The Knight of Cups, they're very romantic. I think they have a lot of romance within them, but the 5 of Cups, they may not be in the 6-figure realm. They just may not be in the 6-figure realm. A little bit on the broke side. The Knight of Cups is a tall person. It is a tall person. They're on a horse. I'm just going to say this is a tall person. It is a tall person. They're not exactly rolling in the money, although they do have a notary job. I think that they have. I think they've spent quite a bit of that money. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Imagine how Tio would pronounce my last name. Let's go for it. Zitadium. I'm going to go Zitadium. Philippe Zitadium. Okay. Anyway, last reading of the night. It's been a weird night, but that's the way it goes. All right. We got life is, you ask about 6 feet, and life is too short is here. Life is too short is here. You're asking about 6 feet. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. We got Namaste wants to actually know why the hell I'm pronouncing their name like that. All right. I'm patient. Just want to make sure. Actually, there it is. There it is. Okay. How much for a question? I'm up soon. You are up soon. Let's see. Did Namaste actually ask their question? Namaste, did you ask your question? I'm patient. Just want to be sure. I'm glad you're patient. Okay. What's coming for me in October? Let's find out. What's coming for me? What's coming for me in October? Okay, let's find out. We're going to use a new deck. We need a new deck from Namaste, and I think we're going to use we're going to use this one. This is when I bet they, they waited around all this time. They waited around all of this time, and they're like, why did he use that deck? This is a good deck, though. This is a good deck. It's just like Kardashian, Zitarium. Okay, let's find out. Let's find out what is coming for you in October. I like this last reading of the night, by the way. No, nah, I'm gonna slay. You get it? Nah, I'ma slay. Okay. KD's making fun of me. KD, I was right. KD, I was right. I got it right, KD. Right, I got a name right. This is the first time. This is the first time ever. I'm proud of myself. I'm just saying. What's coming for me in October? Let's find out. Knight of Cups, King of Wands. You do have an interaction that you're not going to like in October. Some of these interactions are coming up. It just feels like some of the interactions are a little too blunt. Some of the interactions are too quick. Some of the interactions are just not what I was kind of expecting, not what I kind of wanted. If I had to do the whole thing over again, I wouldn't have chose this particular pathway, right? King of Wands. Be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. I think that you have been chasing ghosts. I think you've been chasing things that are unrealistic or things that you really don't want, but they sound good. They sound good, but you just don't want them. And I think you're going to get one of those in October. You're going to be like, oh shit, I thought that was going to be a lot more different than what I've got. But I did ask for that. That is true. I did ask for that. You're manifesting something you did ask for. You thought it would be great, but then you get it and you're like, oh my, that's not anything like what I had originally expected. Screw that. I don't want that anymore. Now, Knight of Cups, romance, easy. Romance comes easy in October. Simple, it's clean. It just feels like you don't have to do anything. Boom, it's there. Knight of Cups, very, very simple. King of Wands, again, be careful what you ask for. Now, you do have the Ten of Cups. That's a nice thing. It feels like a lot of the sort of the home front is taken care of in October. Not a lot of things you're going to need to do in the home front. It feels like a lot of easy mode as far as the home front in October. Now, does that mean everything is easy? Absolutely not. You do have a situation where you're trying to get some stuff done with money, and it seems like it's possible, but you just don't get it done. You fall short. And falling short with money happens in October. I wouldn't do big investments in October. I wouldn't go out and just dump a large sum of money into something in October. I'd be very careful with money in October, quite frankly, as far as investments are concerned. Anyway, that's what's coming to you in October. And I hope you liked your reading because I'm out of here. See you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.